And I'm Jacob.
And we're going to show an experiment based on pressure and temperature.
In which we're going to make this Coca-Cola can turn something into something like this. And we didn't have anyone squish that. There we have nobody going bang, cut the head. We didn't exert any of our physical strength on the can. So basically, things you'll need: this bowl, one aluminum can.
Make sure it's aluminum.
Because if it's like a plastic bottle, it will melt in the fire. Yes, we're using fire. You need your safety goggles, because you don't want to get this stuff in your eyes, even though it's just water.
And you should never take your safety goggles off during an experiment.
Correct.
And if you're doing this in a chemistry lab, you'd be using a Bunsen burner opposed to our makeshift Bunsen burner, which is a stove.
It's a stove. So also you'll need some water,
which you will fill both. You'll fill the bowl about 3/4 of the way, and you will fill the soda can about 1/10 of the way.
Make sure the soda can is empty when you do this.
No soda inside of it.
If someone in your family likes soda, then have them drink it. So yeah. So I'm just filling this up.
Jacob just filled it a little bit.
I'm just filling this up like 1/10 of the way up. Just one a little bit, like that.
And this, we're going to be filling up
a lot more.
And make sure it's cold water, because if it's not cold water, then the experiment may not work. So while we're waiting, we're going to clean up our lab.
One thing that we left out that you'll need is these tongs.
And if you can see this water level is about good.
It's more than 3/4, but you want as filled up to the brim as you can get.
Yes.
That'll make this experiment easier. Okay. Now, Alice, would you mind turning on the stove and starting the experiment?
I shall. So here, in this stove, you push it down and you twist. You hear that noise. And we're setting it to medium-high temperature. We're taking the forceps. Make sure you do not use your hands because you could burn yourself.
You will burn yourself.
You will burn yourself. You will take the forceps.
We can even turn it up higher than that.
Yes. And then you grab the Coke bottle by these forceps. You move this closer. What were you going to say, Jacob?
I was just going to say that you want to have like your palm facing up when you're putting the can in the fire, because it will make it easier. What we're going to do is we're going to burn that until we basically see the water evaporating and sizzling inside, and then we're going to quickly turn it face down into the bowl of water. So it's easier to go do this to transition if you have your palm facing up when you're burning it. Make sure you're holding that tight enough so it won't slip in the fire like I did.
As well, when you're doing the experiment, make sure if you have long sleeves, make sure they are rolled up so you do not catch fire. That's dangerous. And if you're a girl, make sure your hair is not all down in your face.
Or if you're a guy with long hair.
Or if you're a guy with long hair. So now I shall start the experiment.
Yeah. So
there's enough water in here, if you can hear that.
Yep. And now basically just put it.
You put it on.
Like you can even just
Yeah. You don't want to make sure it's completely in the fire, but it's okay if the bottom's in the fire. So now we just wait
until we basically see that it's evaporating, steaming, and sizzling.
I can see there's a little bit of sweating going on the side of this bottle. When something sweats, the water evaporates from the main body of water on the inside as little particles, and the particles start moving in faster and faster to become a gas. When particles bunch together, they form droplets of water called condensation, and they can convert to the outside and fall down.
You feel that. We're going to let it keep going for just a little bit longer to make sure this will work the first time.
And I can see right now steam rising up through the whole.
Just give it another 30 seconds.
Yes, that's water vapor. It's the gaseous form of water. And you can hear it sizzling.
Okay, now what Alex is gonna do within the next 20 seconds or so is he's gonna quickly flip that over on into the water.
Into this
Completely
bowl of
just
water.
Don't be afraid to put it down there.
Submerge it.
Yeah, okay, ready? Do it! Back up. And do you see that? Did you see that? That just completely imploded.
As you can see.
Bring it over here, Alex. Let's see that imploding
You want to make sure you
can.
dump it in a little bit so to get off all the heat.
Yeah, you don't want to touch it with your hands.
first for a little bit. And I can tell it's not hot anymore as I'm holding it. And this is your end result. A completely imploded Coca-Cola can.
Yep.
Thank you, and that describes the experiment between the relationship between pressure and temperature.
Yep, that completely worked. Great job. Stay in school.
Remember to clean up your lab station.